Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video. As you can tell, I'm going to be doing a rant of Boogie2988. Obviously you could be able to see the documentary on Michael Clum's channel, but also you're most likely here to hear my thoughts about the situation, what he's going through, and the struggles, and the major flaws going down in his life that haven't been brought up on social media. And I want to bring it to my attention as well as you guys. So he's definitely in debt. He's suffering a lot of finances and not putting his money into better use. And he's definitely, as you can tell, he's suffering from a lot of expenses as well as finances. Um, Mainly, if I were to be real with you guys, I feel it has to do with his morbid obesity, low self-esteem. I said this before. People who are very unhealthy tend to struggle and make poor decisions in their life. Um, but the reason I also want to bring this up, I knew him back in high school, not personally, but online, and he was doing well for himself. Even though he was a out of shape dude, but he had a confidence. It seemed like he did, and he used to do skits, um, like showing his self confidence that regardless that even considering how big he was, he always felt motivated. And on top of that, he also, like you see right here, he made me realize how fun Magic the Gathering it was. And I don't want to say, I don't again, I'm not judgmental. I don't want to talk about his flaws and try to criticize him, but he was also a good influencer at the same time, and he was well known as a great content creator because of him being like himself and doing the things that most people aren't capable of. But again, like you see right here, he's just throwing his money away, just not being responsible, being very irresponsible. And like you see here, he's wasting on escorts. But again, I truly think that a lot of that money is also going to fast foods. Like you said, like normally I would not judge. Like I don't want to go back on what I said. Normally I would not judge people how they spend their money. But at the same time, it's like you need that also money to like survive as well, and you don't want to like have any regrets. What I'm trying to say is like when you put your money in something, you want to make sure you're not having regrets and you feel that it's worth it to you. As long as you feel like you can survive, do whatever you can to make your to live a happy life, to be able to overcome struggle and pressure. And and again, I don't want him see him be homeless, even though there are times where he pretended he was this nice guy, or he would make a change, he would have tried to improve himself. I can understand it's very difficult. So, but I could say whenever he would get his his pay, whether it may be on YouTube, whenever he would retrieve his money, um, whatever income he's making, whatever, regardless how much money he's making, 90% of it would go to cryptocurrency. That's something I personally would not agree with, based on not just again his life, his rules, but the money that he's earning. Apparently, he's going 90% on cryptocurrency, but like thing is, he's really gambling with his money. I can say that. Like, there's no denying it. But again, a lot of us have been deceived. We can't predict the type of person someone is, even if we idolize them or if we respect them. But what I'm trying to say is like, I was never really a fan of Boogie2988, but I kind of respect for the grind that he did on YouTube. And to be real with you guys, I knew YouTube when it first came out, so Again, you're going to be seeing a lot of footage. Some that I don't want to show you, but it may be disturbing, but you're going to have to get used to it. But this is the best way for you guys to be entertained. But YouTube back then used to be very entertaining. And I understand there was really not that many limitations. People could express themselves, they could be themselves. There was a lot of drama, and people knew what it was like to have fun on YouTube. Not in this generation where people go around doing the obvious stupid stunt moves just to get views and get their 15 minutes of fame. But again, I don't want to be a judgmental guy, but if he's going down this route, this might potentially, I don't want to say it, this might be the potentially end of his career. And I try to encourage people to do better. So, because I feel like, to be real, he was one of those people that also got me into YouTube. He's not the very few, but there are a lot that have inspired me. So, and to go through all the struggles now, and now he's forced to sell his valuables that mean a lot to him, especially stuff that are precious to you, that you gather just to make your life seem luxurious, to make it seem exciting. It is a letdown, trust me. So, as you can tell, he got me into magic looking at the video. But again, I don't know if he has a real job. I can't make that assumption. But if a lot of if all that money is coming from YouTube, and he's using that to cover his expenses, especially whether it be crypto, then YouTube may be not maybe YouTube it shouldn't be the only platform that he needs to rely on to somehow grow his income. But again, he used to be trolled a lot, mainly because of his weight. Of course, he was charged for assault when the trolls was trespassing at his house, and he pulled a gun at them. And then the moment the trespasser was freaking out is when the law enforcement decided to pursue Boogie for short. So, as you can tell, he's gonna sell his Pokemon cards, and mainly because of his poor decisions, he's forced to let go of his valuables, which is really sad to see, though, especially something that you cherish throughout your life. And then here he's gonna be as you see right now, the cards that he's gonna sell for they're gonna take a huge cut of the price, so he won't really be able to profit out off the cards he's selling. I assume they're worth more than 200, but he's only getting 200 for each. So another massive letdown, because if those cards are worth more than 200, he could have made close to 1,000, but that really wouldn't be enough, because even reaching $1,000 isn't enough to like cover for all those expenses. But again, here's a prime example of what he's spending his money on. Again, his life, his rules. He can decide however he wants to spend his money. But again, like I said in my previous rant video about you should let people decide how they spend the money. The reason why I bring that up, I say that because some people need to learn them for themselves, whether it may be the easy way or the hard way. So, no pun intended, Felice Johnson. So, but looking at it, it looked like he spent a lot of his money on a bunch of like you said, like a bunch of figures, arcade games, probably worth more than $1,000 if we're talking about video games here, because they may have come these are games that are very retrospective, 80s, 90s. But one thing I can say that will drain your income is trading cards, because people want to do the best they can to be competitive. And that's why I cut back from Yu-Gi-Oh too, though, because it was getting very expensive, and because there was a cycle where you need to buy cards in order to keep up with the meta, in order to stay in the format. But looking at this, but again, I feel like maybe I don't want to be too judgmental. Maybe if he was to fix his health, his weight, maybe he could be able to change his life around. I'm talking about like, had he done that sooner, then maybe he wouldn't make these poor decisions. But I'm not gonna wish it on him because he didn't do anything that I know of that pissed people off. That whether maybe, especially if it's anything heinous like harassing his audience, manipulating people, whether it may be e-begging, but hopefully not as far as like putting people or his fans in harm's way. But unless there's anything like that, and there's proof, I don't want to assume. But again, you guys let me know, provide me some video, whether it may be on YouTube, I'm like in the comment section, DM me. But I won't stop talking from there. But like I said, I can tell you now, being out of shape really affects your life. It really changes you for who you truly are, makes you a different person. You don't have that same energy. But the only way you can do it if you have people that support you. So I feel like the people around him really helped and overcome like struggles in order to become more confident, to have more faith in himself, as well as like trust the people around him and be a better influencer. But it was enough to influence him about his health, which is kind of sad now that I mention it. So, but like again, maybe the best way this could have been prevented, maybe if you try to make some sort of income outside of YouTube, try to have a plan B, try to find a second job. But again, there is some controversy that's been going around that I don't know, because I don't really watch him too much. I known him back when I was like in high school, like from a few of his clips, because he used to do skits about his weight, and then that's how he started to go viral, in my opinion. But I don't really keep track of other YouTubers because again, I'm trying to focus on my videos. And here is just simply my opinion. I'm not saying everything I say is 100% perfect. I'm not trying to say I know everything. But again, you could tell he's being mocked, also because of his deceased girlfriend, as you can read. So there are people, of course, he has haters out there that will do whatever they can to basically put him down. And I think they're trying to kick him all down. Here's the video. Fortunately, I showed the firearm. I hope this video doesn't get taken down. So, man, in the middle of a freaking gun situation. So, but again, you guys, people make mistakes unless something big has happened. But like, I can understand, like, you will have haters that will try to torment you, but it's best to ignore them. Again, he's being accused, and this is what I will go through at some point. But being an I want to say this: being an influencer is not that easy. But again, if there's any proof, this is what I was trying to talk about. If there's any proof, I don't want to just believe it out of the blue. People say, "Oh, he did this, he did that," because these are just rumors now. People will do anything just to gain some sort of glory by trying to like put someone on blast, trying to ruin somebody's life, especially if they have a big following. So, but again, we can't go straight to conclusions. Even if he's made poor decisions, like whether he's asked for people for money or potentially scammed someone that I don't know of, or been begging more money for people, that could be also another reason why he could be getting more hate, or people just so simply don't like him because of the way he looks. But if they have if they're cool with the people, like if they willing to express themselves and be real with you, then I don't see any reason to bash that person. But I feel like with looking at him and what he's going through, I can tell he's suffering from a lot of health problems. Like, I don't want to judge his walking, but that's something you want to avoid. But I feel like it may be too late. And maybe that's the only thing it can do is make content on YouTube and doesn't realize what kind of value he has outside of the internet. And that's the unfortunate part. But because again, I've only paid attention to his videos when I was younger, and I don't feel a reason to keep keep tabs on all these other YouTubers and what videos they make unless it's something serious, and if it involves everybody and it's something that's very very drastic, very serious, and needs to be addressed immediately, depending how severe the consequence is and the action and what might have put someone's life at jeopardy, or that way once someone's life is potentially in harm's way is when how we can decide that person should be pursued, as well as punished, and what could be the consequence during the aftermath. And again, I don't want to go any further as to Bashan because the Architect's suffering from health problems, has high blood pressure, and again, not taking care of your health can also lead to severe mental problems, and you are just not too sure of yourself how to overcome that and how to try to basically better your health and try to avoid the severe problems that come with it. And again, if he is being accused of anything, there may be some repercussions, but it already seems like he is suffering from repercussions from his health. But what's there to expect? What more do you want after? So, but again, it's all about wanting the best. And if again any controversy that's being made has to be addressed, there's no keeping it off of the rug, and it has to be said. So that way people can ensure what kind of what kind of consequence, again, what kind of punishments, or how's depending the severity of the situation, how the person has to be dealt with in a severe civil manner, and that it doesn't go too far as to putting other people in trouble, and ensuring the safety of everyone who claims to be innocent and who is actually not the problem. But again, it's not easy becoming a YouTuber. Once you're in that cycle, is there any really thing you can do to change, to do yourself any favors to satisfy everyone? It's not possible. It's better just to be yourself and just be able to be loyal to the audience who vouch for you, and they'll be loyal back, and have faith in you throughout your entire career on social media. And you can embrace it and learn that you can grow and gain an even bigger following and even much more respect. But again, feel like I said, enough, you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content later in the future. Be sure to check your notifications. Comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.